is an inflammation of the air sacs in the lungs, often manifested by coughing. COPD causes chronic coughing. This disease occurs because fresh air cannot reach oxygen due to inflammation of the bronchi. COPD, which is usually seen in people who smoke, can also occur in people who stay in a smoking environment for a long time. This disease is more common in people over the age of 45. It reduces the quality of life and is life-threatening if left untreated. COPD symptoms. How to understand? COPD does not manifest itself with just a cough. In order for a diagnosis of COPD to be made, the symptoms listed now must be observed in the same period. Blueness of the lips, coughing frequently, shortness of breath, being out of breath after a long walk, sputum formation in the throat upon waking up in the morning, energy loss. What causes COPD? To smoke, prolonged exposure to fuel or coal fumes, being in a smoking environment for a long time, infectious conditions affecting the lungs, genetic disorders, living in areas with high air pollution. Is COPD contagious? COPD is not a contagious disease. Among non-communicable diseases, it can cause serious death toll. COPD is a deadly disease that is not contagious but untreated. How to treat COPD? Which section? COPD can be cured with early treatment. If you are experiencing the symptoms of COPD, you should consult the nearest chest diseases doctor. After the necessary examination, your doctor will tell you to stop smoking if you smoke. It is recommended to improve the working conditions of those working in a dirty and dusty environment. In this way, shortness of breath and coughs are relieved. Experts state that it is not possible to completely eliminate this disease. If no precautions are taken, inflammation in the lungs may recur. Cough suppressants and expectorant supplements can be given. It is important during the treatment process that you rest frequently and use the prescribed medications regularly. 11 natural remedies that are good for COPD. Eucalyptus oil. Those who do research on what to do with COPD especially want to suppress the compelling symptoms, and eucalyptus heals in this regard with its relaxing effect on the breath. Those who are looking for an herbal solution for COPD can apply natural eucalyptus oil to the chest area. The easiest way to relax this disease, which causes shortness of breath, is to massage with eucalyptus oil. Ginseng. One of the most important answers to the question of what should a COPD patient do is to turn to solutions that facilitate breathing, and ginseng can be used for this. People with COPD have a very difficult time breathing. They can use ginseng to overcome this difficulty. Ginseng tea can be brewed for the lungs to breathe more easily. Ginger. If you are wondering how to prevent COPD, what are the natural methods to avoid this disease, you can include ginger in your meals. Ginger is among the herbs that are good for COPD. Ginger is an herb that clears inflammation in the lungs. It is effective for COPD both as a spice and as a herbal tea. Turmeric. Turmeric alleviates the effects of COPD. It stops coughing and relaxes the rib cage. You can consume turmeric in your meals during the day if you want. You can combine it with hot water and see its benefits in the form of tea. Carob molasses. Carob molasses, which is among the foods that are good for COPD, cleans the respiratory tract. Carob molasses, which helps you breathe more easily, should be consumed 1 spoon every morning for the treatment of COPD. Cress. Fresh cress is an herb that will clear inflammation in the lungs. You should definitely consume it for breakfast and other meals. Cress, which has the effect of relieving coughing attacks, also helps to relax the bronchi. Mallow blossom. Marshmallow flower is known to clean the lungs. To reduce the effects of COPD, you can drink 1 cup of marshmallow tea during the day. When you drink regularly, and in moderation, you can end cough and shortness of breath complaints. Garlic. The answer to the question of whether garlic is good for COPD can be given in two ways. Garlic has both an alleviating effect on the symptoms of the disease and acts as a shield against the disease. Garlic is a natural food that clears inflammation. It is a food that patients with COPD should consume frequently at home. You can cure dry cough and shortness of breath due to COPD by consuming raw garlic. Echinacea. Echinacea is good for respiratory diseases as well as eliminating the symptoms of COPD. You can breathe more easily with echinacea, which cleans the lungs. Oats are rich in coumarin. Therefore, it reduces the complaints of COPD. Banana. If you are thinking about which fruit is good for COPD, we recommend you to turn to options rich in potassium. Thanks to the potassium in the banana, it has a strengthening effect on lung functions. Don't forget to like the channel and subscribe.